Denver and Empower Field at Mile High. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from Denver. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Now the former Ohio State Buckeye, here's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So many of these young rookie quarterbacks, they come into difficult situations. We see it year in and year out. They don't have a lot of veteran pieces around them. Maybe their weapons aren't great, but I don't think that's the case for Bo Nix.
Here's Dobbins. What more could you ask for on 1st down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short. They'll give it to Dobbins. He'll take this for a couple, but the official signal, he has enough. 1st down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. There's a short one taken by Ingram.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching. And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Into the hands of Pickens. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
George Pickens, a nice grab there. He not only topped the 1,000-yard mark for the first time last year, Mike, but he did so leading the league in average yards per catch. He can really get vertical, and I think in this new Arthur Smith system, especially with the play action, that's going to be a really big weapon on the outside.
A pickup of 14 on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the key 3rd down? You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Steeler first down. Back to the air one more time. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll run out of the gun with Johnson. And he will take this down close to a first down. Pickup of 9. They've got him a yard short of the sticks. Third and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. Boswell adds the extra point. And the Steelers move out to a 7-3 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. To throw is Nix. That one caught Devon Vele. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Peyton Wilson that time in on the stop. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing. Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. And the Steelers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
They'll motion over Metcalf. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he will go all the way. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Steelers. His first touchdown of the new campaign. Boswell adds the extra point. And the Steelers extend their advantage to 14-3. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one. through the end zone for a touchback. A first down throw for Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Nix going to look to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Steelers with the early lead. Greg and I back in Denver in just a moment. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here we go. Nix from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Johnson. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going? It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
They'll look to pick this up, third and a yard. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard. Back to throw. That's to the rookie out of Michigan, Roman Wilson. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And another great throw. And I'll tell you what, Mike, so far today, this certainly does not look like a rookie quarterback. I mean, he is in complete control of this offense.
Throwing now on first and 10. A pass taken in by Johnson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. DK Metcalf was the intended target, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. That's to the big tight end, Parham. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. Good drive so far, but this is a big hurdle. It is 3rd and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Nix. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Here we go.
A run with Dobbins. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Hold it ready.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Ready, go.
Here's Nix to throw. Got it into the hands of Mims. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Broncos. From the shotgun, here's Nix. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really...
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short, and now it's 4th down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down's looming. On fourth down, here's Nix. He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on fourth and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs. First and 10. They'll motion over Metcalf. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Now they'll set up to throw. Got a man downfield. It's Wilson. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. And they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half. On first and 10, they'll set up to throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
That is hauled in at the 5. And he will get into the end zone. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
Play action now. It's Nix. He's going to look downfield once again. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Here we go, shot. Ready.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Again, working deep downfield. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Ready. Warriors, 70. Go.
They'll look to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Broncos have it. And he returns this all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. And Greg, so frustrating for the receiver. With the catch, ready to gain some yards. Instead, it goes back the other way, And the defense comes away with a touchdown.
Yeah, catching the ball, Mike, is just step one of the process. After you catch it, you have to put it away and become a ball carrier. And that's where ball security kicks in. In this case, he makes a nice catch, tries to get his eyes downfield to run. They're able to knock the ball out. That leads to the turnover, which leads to 6 points.
This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That's caught right side. It's Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Broncos 10.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. So the drive begins with a give to Johnson. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Now a loose football. And it's recovered by one of his teammates.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. We saw him throw it like that last year in Columbus. He's got his guys a first down. On the zone read, here's Johnson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll drop to throw. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
To the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal. That one taken in. Touchdown, Steelers. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead.
Broncos 10. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Let's go. Ready?
Now it's Dobbins. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Shot.
2nd and 6.
Let's go.
They'll go play action with Nix. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
Big-time sack there by T.J. Watt, and he certainly picked up right where he led off. Remember last year, Mike, he led the NFL in sacks with 19. He's made a living off making plays in the backfield, and he continues to do so here.
They get 15 on that game. Good for a Denver first down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Mims sent in motion here. Deep ball downfield for Sherfield. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there is a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
That one never got started. Too much defensive pressure. They dropped him in the backfield. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
Ready?
Back to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
56-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Ready? Hot, hot.
They'll begin here on the ground. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter.
Score, Steelers 34, Broncos 10.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
They'll stick with him again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Set. Ready?
Now, faking the give. And that is incomplete.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He's got his tight end. It's Ingram. And he is going to have the Broncos first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving, and then some.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Set. Ready?
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw yet again. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Go.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Patterson now to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
3 tight ends in the game to start the drive.
Let's go now.
Now it's Johnson. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing now from the gun. That's over the middle and taken in by Freiermuth. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
First down and more to the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Johnson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here's a 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There is nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. And he pulled it left. No good. And they are not able to add on to their big lead. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. Rodgers will take a knee, and that should do it. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They get the victory here, away from home.